Hello everyone, this is Mahendra. Today we are starting with a new small series which is related to the WRF model. As we know, WRF is a mesoscale model. It is used to run over a regional scale. In this series, we are going to see how to set up a WRF model on our local Linux machine. Then, how to download initial conditions for the WRF model, how to pre-process the initial conditions, how to run the WRF model, and at the end, how to post-process the output of the WRF model. So let's begin. Before starting with installation or the process, let me tell you, I am using Ubuntu, but it is on Windows machine, which is the WSL. Okay, so once you log in your system, you can open your browser, in Google search WRF and navigate to the WRF page where you will find all the informations regarding WRF. So once you click on WRF ARW user page, it will take you to the other page where all the information about WRF installation and the technical documents are provided. So when you come to the page of WRF, you will see there is a tab user support. Under there is an option called WRF/WPS compiling tutorial. So clicking on it, it will take you to the page where step by steps methods are given to install, or you can say set up WRF model on any local machine. So you can follow these steps, and we are also going to follow the same steps which are given in this document. Okay, now in your Linux terminal, first make some directories where we are going to set up the WRF model. So first directory we will require for the main directory. Here I am taking the main directory name is the WRF model. So in this directory I'm going to set up all other directories. So I will go inside the WRF model, and there I will create some other directories like test1, test2. There is one more directory we required, that we called libraries, where we are going to install the required libraries for the WRF model. So I'm creating the these three folders. Oh, sorry, it has to be. So inside the WRF model folder, we have a three different folder. One is libraries, in which we are going to install the required software packages. In test1 and test2, we are going to run some initial program provided by the WRF, provided on the WRF website, to test whether our machine is able to compile the code or not. So after preparing this, we are going to follow all steps given on that document. Okay, we'll start with the first steps, which we are going to see the test for the system environment. So to run the WRF model, basically we required three basic compilers. One is the Fortran compiler, other one is the C++ compiler, and the last one is the C compiler. So first we are going to see whether they are available with the appropriate version. So to check that, we have to type the command which gfortran. So it will give the path of the Fortran if it already has your system. Then CPP, that this is the C++, and next one is the GCC, which for the C compiler. So you can see I have all three installed in my system. That's why I got the path for the particular compiler. If it is not, then it will not show any path. And then we are going to check the versions, what versions, and as per the WRF community, that version of GCC must be minimum 4.6 or more than that. So here we are checking the version. So it's the GCC version So you can see I have a 11.3, so it is quite pretty much updated version I have. So after this, we are going to test whether these compilers are working perfectly fine for WRF or not. So for that, we are going to download some programs or scripts provided on the WRF page so to test this compiler. So if you go on the page, you will see there is a link is given Fortran and C test tar file. So I will right click on it, I will copy link address, I will come to the Linux terminal, I will move to the test1. This will be for my test1. So I will move to the directory test1. And inside the test1, I will write wget space and I will insert that command, or we can say that link which I copied from the WRF page, and then I will hit the enter. Once I hit the enter, it will download that file. After that, we can extract that file and we can run all the programs present inside that file one by one to test the system environment. So it is downloaded successfully. The next step is to untar this file and then run program one by one. So to untar the file, I will type tar space -xpf Fortran and tab, so it will take the name of the file and then enter. So it will extract all the files in the same folder. So you can see there are a number of scripts are there, some for the Fortran, some for the C are given, and we are going to run one by one to test the system environment. So the first program we will run, which is the they have given already serial numbers to the program, so according to that we have to run. So first we are running with the gfortran test1 Fortran only fixed F, and then hit the enter. After that, when it will run successfully, you will get nothing, but to see the output we have to type /a out. So it will give the output of the first program, and it says success test1 Fortran only fixed format. So after getting the successful message, we can move forward to the second test, which is the gfortran test _2 Fortran only free .f90. Again hit the enter, you will get nothing. Again, to see the output you have to do a.out, and you will see in the output of the second program, which is the Fortran 2003 has flash and test2 Fortran successfully executed. So now we will go with the third one, which is the test for the we can say for the C compiler. So I will type the command gcc test 3c only, and then I will hit the enter. Again, you will not get anything. You have to type a.out, and you will see test success test 3c for C only. Now there is fourth test we are going to see, but in that you have to combine two programs together. So first we will means like together means I mean to say GCC and gfortran. So I will first write this, and then I will hit the enter. After that, there is another command gfortran, and finally there is one more command that we have to type, we have to run, and then we have to go for the output. Okay, so once after running these three commands, we will write the command /a.out and hit the enter. You can see the output success test 4 Fortran calling C. Okay, so the C compiler or gfortran or C+ compiler, they are compatible to run our WRF model. Apart from that, there are some CHS and SH scripts are given to check whether it is installed or not in our system. So just to run that scripts, we will type /test chs. It will show the message. If it is installed, then it will show success chs test. It will then another there is one more test for the Perl library. So I run that Perl library script. It shows the success, and the final one is for sh. Okay, so I have installed in my system all required pre-basic libraries, or we can say the fundamental compilers for the WRF. So our test is test 1 is successfully completed. Now we are going to move towards the test 2. But before doing test 2, we are going to install some libraries necessary to run the WRF model on your system. Now to process with the test second, as I said, we have to install some libraries necessary to run the WRF. So I will move from test 1 to the library folder. So I'm moving to the library folder where I'm going to install all necessary libraries for the WRF model. But before installing these libraries, let me tell you, we have to set up a path for these libraries so WRF model or the compilers can understand the path of the library. So to install that, if you go on the page, you will see there are the setup lines are given to set up the path for the libraries. So you are going to copy this path and you are going to set up, or you are going to put this line in a file called .bashrc or .bash_profile. For that, just type a cd command in terminal wherever you are and just hit the enter. It will take you to the home directory where you can find out the file called .bashrc or .bash_profile. So for me here I have a vm.bashrc. VM is my editor. In that I'm going to edit the file. So vm.bashrc, enter. At the end of the line, I'm going to put, or I'm going to paste the code or the lines which I copied from that document. Here you can see in the path or in the line they have written set env. So we don't want set env as I am using Ubuntu. If you are using a Fedora like systems, so set env will work. But the systems like Red Hat or Ubuntu, they don't understand set env. So instead of that, we have to replace that word with the export word so it can understand the path for the library. So I am just replacing the all words manually. Okay, once you complete that, next is you have to give the path of your library folder that you have created in your system. So for me, the path what I have given is the pwd. If I make, this will be the path for me for my library folder. So I will remove this one and I will put equal to sign, and after that I will put the path. And one more change I am going to do here. Instead of writing only dir, I will write WRF dir, so I can easily understand, okay, this is the path I set up only for the WRF. Okay, after that you can see in the next lines there are different commands are written, but that we have to replace with this, like this, with the equal to sign with no space. So I will remove the, okay, here is the GCC, then equal to sign everywhere with no spaces in between. This is the format we have to follow. And okay, and replace the word dir with the WRF dir. Okay, once you complete, just save the file, then make a source.bashrc. If you are using bash profile, then source that file. Once I source, I can go again to my library folder to continue with the setup. Or other way, if you don't want to source your bashrc, just right click and open your new terminal. Once you open your new terminal, that file bashrc will source automatically, so that compilers can understand the path of library folder for the WRF. So I'm going in a path where I'm going to install the libraries for the WRF folder. So for me, this is a path where I'm going to install things. Now here I'm going to install libraries one by one. Okay, starting with the netcdf, then mpinch, then jaspar, then lbpinch, zlib in the sequence given in a document. So first we are going to install the netcdf. Okay, so to install the netcdf, first we have to download the file, then we are going to extract it, then we are going to set up that file, or we can say we are going to install. So first I will download netcdfc 4.7.2. okay, just right click on it, copy the link, go to the terminal, in a library folder write wget space, enter the link, hit the enter. It will take some time to download the file, just wait for a while. Now you can see the download is completed successfully. After it completes, the next step is to untar the file, because if you see the file, it's a tar file. Okay, so first we are going to untar with a command called tar space -xvf. You can use other also if you know netcdf, that name of the file, and then hit the enter. It will take some time to extract it. You can see there is a folder come up, the name netcdf -c 4.7.2. so now enter inside the folder netcdf. okay, you will see lot of files. okay, but in that we are going to run only the file or script, we can say, configured to install the netcdf. So to do that, just type /configure space prefix. Prefix means the directory where you want to install the netcdf. So I want to install inside the library folder, so I will write $wrf dir, and as you remember, WRF dir is already mentioned in our bash rc, so it can easily understand where is the path. So I have mentioned $wrf dir /netcdf. I want to install in the library folder inside the netcdf folder. So after giving the prefix, the path where to install, I have to give some options to install the netcdf. So I will copy and paste the options. So once I do, just hit the enter. So it will build the configuration, it will build the WRF file, and then we can install very easily. It will take time depend upon the system configuration. So after hitting the command, just wait for it. So now you will see this type of a page. Okay, so once you get this page or this output, means the build is successfully completed, and then after that you have to run the command called make. So once you hit the command, just only command make, it will again prepare to install netcdf in your path. So again it will time consuming process, it varies system to system, so we kindly wait till it complete. So now my make command is successfully executed. After that, the last command I have to run, make install. Hit the enter. Okay, it is a quick process, so you see the message, it is installed successfully. And if you go outside this library, you will see there is another folder called netcdf. In that, all libraries of netcdf got installed. Okay, bin include lib share. So we have installed the netcdf C libraries only. Okay, once we install netcdf C library, again the next step is we are going to set up a path. We are going to set up a path for the netcdf, so we can process with the next installation. So to do that, just type a cd, as I told earlier also. Once you type cd, hit the enter, it will take you to the home directory, where you have to find again bash, or you have to open, or you have to edit bash rc file at the end. means here you have to give the path for the netcdf file, for the netcdf. Okay, so I'm giving a path for the netcdf. So I will copied from the, or I will give the path for the netcdf. So this will be the path. Okay, in document you will find only two first lines are given as for the path of the netcdf, but I will recommend you please put these two also in a path for the netcdf, because to install netcdf Fortran it will give a error. So once I edit it successfully, I will save it, and again I will source the bash rc. This way you can do. Okay, so once you source the bash rc, just type nc dump command. You can see. Okay, so once you type the nc dump command, it will show the netcdf library version, or means your netcdf is installed successfully. Or you can just type which nc dump. It will show the path where your the netcdf is installed on your system. Okay, so now the next step, we are going to install the netcdf Fortran. So again, move to the next directory, to the directory libraries. Okay, so I'm going in WRF and libraries. Okay, again in libraries. Now we have to first download the next package, that is netcdf Fortran. So right click on it, copy the address, come to your terminal, wget, just paste the link, enter. So again it will take time to download. Okay, so wait for a while. Okay, it installed. I mean to say it downloaded completely. Now the next step again is we are going to untar the file by using tar-xvf command, netcdf Fortran, and enter. So it will extract the file in a folder netcdf Fortran. Okay, again same, we are going to run the same command to install the WRF netcdf Fortran. So the command is the again configured space hyphen prefix, as I hope you understand. Prefix is the directory where you want to install the netcdf. Now we already installed the netcdf C, so in the same library we are going to install the netcdf Fortran library. So netcdf, and again we have to give the options which are not required for basic installation. If you are very expert in it, then you can try with the different options. So these are the options we do not require, so we are disabling. Okay, so once you type the command, just hit the enter. Again it will compile the code, it will prepare the file, build the netcdf compiler for the Fortran. So again it will take time, depend upon system to system. Once it complete, then you have to run a make command. Now it is completed without any error, so you can go ahead to for the command make. Just type a make command and hit the enter. So again it will finalize your libraries to install on a selected path. Now it is completed. So last command we have to run, which is the make install. So once we put the make install, it will get installed at your respective directory. So just to confirm, just go to back in netcdf folder, inside the include. After successful installation of netcdf Fortran, you must able to see a file called netcdf.h. Okay, so because and there is one more file that we require to further, that is the netcdf.inc file that we need. So after successful installation of netcdf Fortran, we must see the netcdf.inc in a directory called netcdf include, inside the include directory of the netcdf. So in this way we have successfully installed netcdf for the WRF on our system. Now The next, we are going to install mpinch library which are required to run the parallel processes for the WRF or for parallel job running processes library. So to do that, again we are going to download a library in mpinch 3.04, but I will recommend don't use this. It has some bugs, so you won't able to install this on your system. So I will recommend you go to on the page of mpinch where you will find out mpinch 4.12 or 4.11 stable. Just copy that link and try to install the mpinch library with the help of this one. Do not use this the libraries which are provided on WRF page, because that has some bug, so you might not able to install on your system. So I copied the link for the mpinch from the mpinch page, then wget link for that particular file that I wanted to download, hit the enter, it will get download automatically. So once it complete, the next task, again same process, there is nothing different. tar have dash xvf mpinch enter. Okay, so once we complete the untarring, now move to the mpinch folder. Again there is configured, so put the command configured hyphen prefix equal to $WRF dir and slash mpich. So now we are running this with standard, so we are not giving any prefix or postfix options. Just hit the enter. Now it is the most lengthy process to install the mpinch library in our system. So it will again vary system. It may take half an hour, or it may take 15 minutes, or it may take more than 1 hour to complete this installation. So be patient. As I said, it is taking too much time. It takes much time to build itself, then make install takes less time compared to the make and configure. So be patient until the process get complete. Here we have completed the configuration for the MPI libraries. So you can see the message with the configuration completed. Now the next step is to run a make command. Again, now it is a slow process, so for a time being I will pause the video, and as soon as it completes, then we will resume the video. Okay, here we have completed make command to install the MPI library. Now last command here we are going to run, which is which is the make install. So once we run the make install command, it will install your MPI libraries in a predefined folder, which is a mph in a prefix library. So it is executed successfully. Now we can go back and we can check. There is a directory called mpich where the MPI libraries has been installed successfully. Now after completing all these steps, or we can say after completing the installation for this MPI library, we are going to set path in a bash rc file. For that we have to type the cd command, just enter, then we have to go, we will be redirected to our home terminal. So there we can edit file called bash rc or bash profile. At the end we are going to add the path of MPI library, which is export path equal to WRF directory. So this will be the path for the MPI library that we have added. then just save it, source it this way. Otherwise you can open a new terminal, so it automatically get sourced. Okay, here I have opened a new terminal. Now again I'm moving to the path where we are going to process with the next library installation. So now again we are in the folder of libraries. Now next installation will be the uh, zlib library. So again for the zlib we are going to download the required libraries from the given link. I copied the link, come to the library folder, duplicate, just paste and hit the enter. So it will download zlib library. Now these are the very simple to install compared to the netcdf and that MPI libraries. So it downloaded successfully. Then the next step, you have to untar the file of zlib. Okay, once it complete, go to the zlib library or zlib folder, what better. So then run the command called configure space prefix equal to $WF or WRF dir slash grep2. Okay, and just hit the enter. So as I said, it's a simple libraries. After that configure command, we are going to run make command, and after the make command we are going to run the last command, which will be the make install to make complete installation for the zlib. So we have successfully installed it. You can check by going in the previous folder, which is here we can find out the folder called grep2. Now next is the lib png libraries. Again I will go to the page of WRF, then again copy the link and download the next libraries from the WRF page. So it is downloading, it is taking some time, it depends upon your internet connection. Now it has also downloaded successfully. Next again the same process, tar xvf and lib png, untar the file, then move to the folder, then run the same command, which is configure prefix equal to $WRF dir slash grep2 and hit the enter. Okay, so again it will get installed in very short time. Then as the rule for installation is the run make command, then after that obviously we are going to run the make install for the lib png library. So the make is complete, then final command is the make install. So we have successfully installed the png libraries for our WRF. Now the last library is remained, which is needed to for the WRF, which is Jasper library. And just go outside this png one and put duplicate and the link for the Jasper file and just hit the button. So again we have to download it, we have to untar it, then we have to run configure command, make install in a manner to get install Jasper library for the WRF. Okay, it has downloaded. Then as I said, next is tar xvf Jasper untar the Jasper file. Then after untarring, go inside the folder, run configure command to configure the model just library to the model equal to $WRF dir / grep2 and hit the enter. Again, it won't take much time to get installed on your system. Okay, the configuration is completed. Then we will run make command, and after the make command there will be final command which we generally use to complete the installation, that is the make install. So make is completed. Now we are running a next command which is the make install, and it has also completed successfully. So with this we have completed all the installation for the library necessary to run the WRF model. Now after doing everything, installation of the library required for the WRF, the next step is to test whether these libraries are configured properly to run the WRF model or not. So for that we are going to run some scripts provided by the WRF on WRF page for in a test2. So again we'll go into the test2 folder which we created at the beginning, and here we are going to download the inbuilt script which is present on the WRF page to test the installed libraries. So I will move. This is the second test, Fortran C netcdf MPI test tar file. Just copy the link and come to your test2 folder, wget it, download by using wget, and then untar, and we will run all tests one by one to see whether it is all libraries which we have installed working properly or not. So we have downloaded the file which is a tar, so I'm untarring it so we can see the scripts which are present inside it. So these are the scripts we have. Now we are going to run one by one to see the to test the libraries. So first command is we have to put this one cp netcdf. So this is netcdf file required in this folder, so we'll run. So it will copy the netcdf.inc file from the netcdf include directory to the test directory, so we can run the next commands. So here keep in mind we are going to run so many commands together. So this will be the first command, first test, just entered, then gcc entered, then next will be the together, so this one, and after that there is some attributes we have to provide and enter. So once it completes, then run ./out, so you will see the output, and which we can see the success test 1 for Fortran C and netcdf. So our Fortran C and netcdfs are working good, and that test is successful, so we can use for our net for WRF model. Now the second now we are going to run for the second thing, for which is the MPI library. So first this is the command, hit the enter, then again the second one, paste is entered, and then third one is that we are going to run, but the third one is the biggest one. So we are running, we are giving a command, it's a single command only, so we have given a single command and then hit the button, so it executed successfully. And then here to see the output we are going to use MPI run space ./a.out, so it will run and it will give the output that success test 2 Fortran C, netcdf and MPI. So whatever the libraries we have installed, all are compatible to run the WRF model. Okay, so the basic, or we can say the installation for the library installation for the WRF model we have completed successfully. Now we are going to download the WPS and WRF code, and then we are going to configure WRF and then WPS. Okay, so now move to the page, WRF page, go down, you will find there is a building WRF. There they have written this page. So if you click on it, it will take you to the new page from where you can download the code for the WRF and WPS. So if you are already registered, so then you can use a returning user. If you are not, you are coming for the first time, then you have to register with the new user. So I'm a returning user, so I'm choosing a returning user. So I I will log in with my email ID and submit. So it will take you to the page where we can download the WPS and WRF. So here we can see the link is given for the WPS is the given, this is the link, and for the WRF it is given here, and that is available on Git. So we can copy the link. Okay, before downloading it, just go outside in a main folder where in the folder of WRF model, and just paste it. So it will clone that WPRS script to your local machine. So it cloned the WPS code in your local machine. So you can see there is a folder named WPS. Similarly, we are going to clone the WRF code to your local machine by using git link. So it is cloning WRF. It will take some time. So we have successfully cloned the WRF folder also to our local machine. So now we have two folders. One is the WPS, other one is the WRF. So now once the folder successfully cloned, then we are going to configure the WRF model and then WPS. So now move to the folder called WRF. Inside the WRF folder, there are so many directories are present, so many there is one file. You can see there is a configure file, one is the compile file, one is the clean. So to configure, first we have to configure the WRF, then we have to run the compiled code, and the clean command is given. If we want to clean the previous configuration, then we can run the clean. Okay, but first initially we are going to configure the model. Okay, so I will run the command /configure and run. So once you run the command, you will see all possible options. Okay, so you have to choose which is the best suitable for your system. Now we are using a small machine, Linux machine, so we are having gfortran and gcc. We don't have other Fortran compilers other than gfortran and gcc. Those are having other than gcc and gfortran, they can go with the other option. But in our machine, in my machine, I have a gfortran and gcc compiler, so I will choose either 32, 33, 34, 35, this option. Okay, and smpr, dmpr, these are the serial. You want to compile your or configure your model serially, parallelly, that is the option. Or you have to use both, then you can use 35. Here I am using 34 and option 34 and hit the enter. Then it will ask compile for nesting, basic, present move, vortex following. Basic is it's a it's a basic configuration. If you are wanted to move, if you want to do for some kind of a cyclone system or moving system, then you can use 2. That will be a little bit complicated. So here I'm going with the basic, which is the first. Hit the enter. So then it will read all the necessary libraries, check all the necessary libraries, and it will configure the model accordingly. So once it completes, you can see the message. This build of WRF will be classic netcdf. It is using classic netcdf libraries, and it has successfully compiled. So not compiled, it's configured. Now we are going to compile the model for a particular case. So if you see, on the page of WRF, here so many cases are given. Some are the real cases, some are like for tropical cyclone, for some are the squally wind, or some are the ideal cases. There is one case which is the real case, which is 3D case, and we are interested in it. So we are going to compile the model for the real case. So I will write dot slash compile space underscore real. This will be my case. So if you want to take out the log file, so then you can just write log dot compile, or any name you can give, depends on you. But if you don't want, this will be always suggestible, because it will give where your model has failed to compile. So if you want it, you can give. If you don't want, you don't give. Just write the command dot slash compile underscore em real and hit the enter. So it will start compiling your WRF model for the given case, and this compilation will take minimum 30 minutes or more than that, depend upon your system configuration. So wait till it get complete, and after it completes, then we will go for the next step. So after taking some time, the WRF model successfully compiled for the real case, and at the end of the compilation, you can see you got a message executable successfully built. Means once the model compiles successfully, it creates 3 different files. One is ncdown.exe, other one is real.exe, tc.exe, wrf.exe in a main folder inside the WRF folder. And with that, if you go to the path on main, you can see all executables are created: ndown, real.exe, tcxe, wrf.exe. So we have successfully configured, compiled the WRF model for the real case. Now after this, we are going to compile WPS, which we required to prepare initial conditions. So just move to the directory called WPS. Okay. Now we are in the WPS directory. Again, you can see there is a same files like clean, compile, and configure. So first we are going to run the configure, then we are going to compile, and clean we require whenever you want to reconfigure your WPS, so it will clean everything which was present before. So first I will run the command called configure./configure. So again, it will ask, it will give different options to configure the WPS. So again, as I said, I'm having a G4 so I can choose from 1 to 4 options. If you are having PGI compiler, if you are IF64 compiler or Intel compiler, then you can choose the option as per your system. So here I'm taking a first option and hit the enter. So it compiles the WPS, and then after compilation I'm going to configure. Then after configuration I'm going to compile the WPS by typing compile command and just hit the enter. So once I hit the enter, it will start compilation, and once the compilation is completed successfully, it will create again 3 executables, one with the name of geogrid.exe, other one is the ungrid.exe, and third one is the madegrid.exe. So it will take some 5 to 10 minutes to compile the code, but it will take less time as compared to the WRF. Now the compilation for the WPS is successfully completed, and if you do ls, you can see there are 3 files are present in your directory, which is a geogrid.exe, second is the madegrid.exe, and other one is the ungrid.exe. These files are created once your WPS compilation gets successfully executed. So till now we have learned how to install libraries, necessary libraries for the WRF, and how to compile WRF and WPS. So in the next video, maybe we will see the how from where we can get the initial data, what kind of data we required, how to prepare initial conditions, how to run the model, and how to do post processing. For this video, we are stopping here. Thank you.